Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking another look at the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Flowers in the Watering Can set. This is set number 31149. It has 420 pieces and I paid $30 for this set. It retails for $30. I think it can be found on sale at this point, but I'm not positive. I got this right when it came out. I've already done a video looking at the main model, which is the flowers in the watering can seen here. And as you can see in front of me, I have the alternate model, which is flowers in a rain boot here, which means that in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the third official model for this set, which appears to be 2 birds and some flowers. And so I'm looking forward to that. I like Lego birds. I also like Lego flowers, botanical collection, all of that stuff. So I'm interested to see how this one, it actually looks like a small Lego Creator set, like the Lovebird set, maybe a Valentine set, a little bit like that. And it looks like some other stuff I've seen before. Hopefully it's a little bit different. It does appear to be the only model out of the 3 official ones that makes use of the eye tiles that are in this set, but I'm excited to see this one generally. I have had trouble with this in the past because there are some colors in here that are quite similar to me. I'm colorblind. Hopefully I don't mess them up too much on this last model, and then I'll probably do one more video where I look at some like alt builds from the community, like from designers on Rebrickable and stuff like that. There's at least one that I really want to build and talk about, so looking forward to that. And basically in this video I'm going to disassemble this alternate build here and then build the third model for this set. While I do that, I'll speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review the last model for this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the disassembly for the first alternate model for this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Flowers and Watering Can set, and then while we look at the build for the final official alternate model, which is these 2 birds, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like the video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. That stuff helps me a lot. I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. And then I wanted to talk about the build, so we're finishing up disassembly here, and I didn't really sort the pieces very well, but now we can build the this alternate model. I was really actually surprised and kind of impressed by the stand, or this kind of landscape or terrain or branch, this kind of thing that will hold the birds eventually. It's really colorful. It's got really weird angles and shapes and lines kind of through it in a way that I didn't anticipate, and I feel like I don't see very much. So I kind of liked how chaotic it was. So that's really great. And now we're working on the first bird. We do use those larger molded leaf pieces for the tail feathers, build up the body, add the wings, and then we build the head. After this, we will work on the second bird, which is similar in a lot of ways, but does have some notable differences, which I do appreciate. Not only is it different colors, but the wings are done a little bit differently, the feet are done a little bit differently, and then the head is largely the same too. So now on to my review for this set. Okay, so here is the final alternate model for this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Flowers in a Watering Can set. This is interesting. For one reason, I think the colors are a little less meaningful in this one, so if I did make mistakes, I'm not as concerned about it with the colors, because this is just a very vibrant, colorful scene here, and so I don't mind if I made any errors. I'm not sure if I really did. At least I'm not seeing them right now, but it's very possible. The first thing I wanted to look at was all the leftover pieces. So these were pieces that were used in the main model but not in this alternate model. Some of them, or a lot of them, were in the first alternate, which was the rain boot flower pot kind of thing. And I'll kind of just point out the big exclusions here. And in terms of what used the fewest pieces, I thought it was maybe going to be the flower pot or the rain boot, but I think this one might actually be the fewest pieces used. And notably, like these three, the biggest plates that are in the set, in both the yellow and black, are not used. This 4x4 in tan. In this case, it used one of these octagonal pieces, but not a ton of them. A good amount of yellow here. Technic not used. It does use some of these joint pieces, which is nice. Does make use of the leaves. No uses of these green bar elements here. Uses a lot of some colors and less so of other colors. We don't use these curved bar elements with the Technic axle and the studs on both sides, which were used to hold the butterflies in the main one and were used as the flower stems in this one. So a pretty good assortment of leftover pieces here. The same with the bucket handles. Those were only used in the main one, but this one is the only one that makes use of the eye tiles, which in the other builds were kind of hidden within the build. So this kind of model has kind of three distinct parts that you build all together. And the first one you build is kind of this landscape. I think it's kind of supposed to be a branch of a tree, maybe something tropical. We do have two flowers, a little smaller one here, which is on the end of one of the hollow stud pieces with a bar coming off of it. And then this one, which I thought was going to be exactly the same as the flowers in the main model, but they're not. We do use a couple of these ratchet joints here, which is nice. And then this is done slightly differently than the petals for the flowers in the main one, but color-wise and everything, it's pretty similar. I think it's nice that they're different to change it up. Still is a little bit repetitive. That doesn't bother me. But the design and the build for this kind of branch or landscape or whatever this is super chaotic and weird and interesting. It goes in ways I didn't necessarily think it was going to go based on the official images. So looking at the back, we can see like we use this half circle plate. This one actually kind of in a nice way. There's lots of different colors, little pops of color in places you might not expect, and lots of different stuff. Changes in elevation on the back, round bricks used here. I don't even think it's necessarily supposed to be viewed from other angles necessarily, but it's kind of interesting to look at because it's so chaotic and colorful, which I think is kind of nice. If it is indeed kind of a tropical thing, it works. Pops of color over here, down here. I mean, all of it is color, but I'm just saying more like bright colors with the blues and the purples, the pinks, pale yellow and greens and stuff that are in here feel like it's part of a plant or something like that. So this was really interesting. This is kind of what the base looks like. It's pretty stable. We do have studs on the back side. Not entirely sure why. This all just feels kind of thrown together, but for whatever reason, I really like it. I think it has some interesting shapes, interesting lines carved throughout here, interesting curves that I don't often see, which I think actually reinforces the kind of organic nature of this thing. It feels more natural than maybe it could have been if it was not as diverse in its shapes and color usage here. So this all kind of surprised me, which is nice. The parts where I think I maybe got some pieces wrong is I don't know if all of these studs kind of below the clear clip piece and the inverted slope and the slope there, I don't know if those are all the same color. I might have mixed some up, but I think I did okay. I don't know if all of these are the same color under here, over here. I think I did it all right, but if you know, you can leave it in the comments, let me know where I messed up or whatever else, but I tried to do my best. So we do have a good amount of studs up top. There's kind of two different levels, and there's good dimensionality to this because it has interesting curves. The overhang over here, the flowers kind of in the foreground, stuff in the background, different levels and stuff that I think, again, really lends itself to a kind of natural appearing thing. Even if I don't know if I've seen, something quite like this in nature, it just feels chaotic and but organized in the way that nature can occasionally appear. And then besides the base kind of thing here, we have two birds. I don't know what kind of bird they're supposed to be, maybe a parakeet or a chickadee, or so, I have no idea. But we do start this by using the leaf pieces as the tail feathers on a 2x4 plate. We add some stuff on the bottom. This one has a couple clips on the front, kind of for the feet there, little round plate on the bottom. We use a bracket behind the wing and we build this up. We use these curves, which were used in the flowering can handle and the kind of curve of the boot for the rain piece there. Then we add the body with some studs on the side, and then we build the head in its own kind of sub-assembly and attach it. So we do have the eye tile there. I actually like the colors coming through here. There's some birds that have colorful beaks and colorful faces and stuff like that, so that's good. Eye tile on the other side. I think the shaping's right on. I do like the curve, and I do like the wings here. It's not like posable, or there's not like articulation to make this super playable necessarily, but it could be played with. It's easily handleable, and I think on the Lego Shop at Home website they do talk about being able to play with this one, which more than the other two builds in this set feels like this has some play potential, while the other ones felt quite a bit more display oriented. So this one's close. I think this one's still largely display oriented, but there is play potential. It also reminds me of the Lego Creator One Exotic Parrot, which kind of had a perch, had a couple flowers, and then had the bird, and they released two of those in different colors. I know I've looked at one on the channel before. So anyway, you build the first bird, and that one's maybe kind of the one that perches up here, but they could change. And then we do the other bird. It's built largely the same way. So we start with the tail feathers using these leaves, some different colors on the bottom. Instead of the clips for the feet, we use these hollow studs with the bar coming off of them. Build up with the same curves back here, the same bracket pieces underneath the wing, and then the structure of kind of the breast of the bird is very much the same, but different colors here. And then the head is actually identical as far as I can see. So same colors and the same build for the two heads, which is kind of nice. But then because their bodies are and their feathers around the breast and their wings are different, it does make them appear a bit different. So again, we do have the eye tiles on there, which is nice. And I like the wings here. We didn't have access to more of these curved plates that are used for the wings on the other one there. So making use of some, corner plate pieces here, and then these rounded off kind of curved bricks, I think is pretty nice. It almost looks like the wings are a little smaller, but they're definitely wider, so that's kind of cool. It does differentiate the birds a good deal, which one of my concerns about, or one of my complaints about the other models, were that the flowers were largely all the same. The butterflies were largely all the same except for color swaps. This has more differences in it. They're subtle and they're small, and some of them are just based out of necessity and piece availability and stuff, but I do like that. It's more inventive, and it, to me, makes the build more interesting, makes the final model look more interesting as well. So I do really like that. And then this one can kind of be perched down here, which is sort of where it is in the official model, and we can kind of look at this all together. And it appears, in the official image, it's kind of at an angle somewhat like this. It could be a different angle. The flower could potentially be going off this way, and you could have, whoopsies, they're only studded down on those 4 studs there, and it's a rounded plate. But there might be different display options. I'm not sure if it really has a great viewing angle tell from the back, but as I said when I was talking about the kind of stand that it was on, it's so colorful and weird that maybe it makes sense to even view this from off angles, which I do appreciate. I like how the birds are at different elevation, but also at a different depth from each other. Like, so one might be sitting a little far forward or more forward than the other one. So they're offset in a nice way. Right now I kind of have them switched around, but that's a possibility. Could you have it perched sort of next to each other? It might not be doable just because of the wings there. These are a little bit thicker, so I don't know if we can get them kind of on the same elevation, which maybe would have been nice to be able to do, to kind of have them be sort of lovebirds, but we could also turn them around, and maybe there's something like that people would like. That kind of looks cute and fun as well. So there's different ways to position these. Do as you please. And overall, I like this. I like building Lego birds. These certainly feel, for brick built animals, sometimes Lego birds have been like really, really accurate to what they're representing. I think the Kingfisher is a good example of that, and I don't think I've covered that on the channel yet, but I have built that. And this one is, it feels very in line with Creator 3-in-1s of this size in this price range for this kind of age recommendation and stuff. So I think this is good. It does remind me a bit of some other sets, like the Lovebirds ones I mentioned, and some different things. It was kind of a Valentine's Day set. There was also a set with like just a bird nest. I don't know how similar this is to those, but it's kind of in the same vein, and I like all those sets. So I'm not too... I think this one is as good or better or on par with a lot of those other ones, and I just have a affinity for Lego birds, Lego plants, organic things in Lego that might not be as expected from a brick-based system, which I know Lego's sort of evolved much farther past just being merely bricks and plates and square based, but it is nice to see something like this. And this one is similar to some of the other models in this set, but also pretty distinct. So I do like that it's just not another kind of vase or planter and then flowers. Even if they were all different, that could be fine, but this is kind of a whole different interpretation of using these pieces. Still fits kind of thematically, and I really like this. This might be my favorite one, actually, even though it might not use the most pieces and might not be the most difficult build. It just really kind of caught me by surprise. I wasn't super impressed with the rain boot planter. I think the main build with the watering can is good for what it is, but this just has a little bit more for me, even though it uses far fewer pieces. So I really like this, and so that's good. I've already talked about the leftover pieces that were in this set, that were in the main model, and some of them were in the other alternate model, but not in this one with the birds. And I don't have... Typically I have the extra pieces in a given set available to show and talk through, but I will put an image over here of all of the extra pieces one might expect to find that are light enough and small enough for Lego to add in an extra one in there. So that is good. And when I'm thinking about value, this is probably a $10 to $15 Creator 3-in-1 just based on this model alone. This set is 420 pieces and it retails for $30. I think it can be found on sale for 20% off, which brings it down to $24, which feels really good. At $24, I don't think this model alone is maybe $24, but I think, you know, in combination with the main model and the other alternate model, the Rain Boot, you know, we're getting pretty close. Being at $30 for the amount of pieces in here and the 3 build experiences I got with these sets, plus what I can do with these pieces in the future, feels about right. I would have preferred to get this on sale. I always try to advocate for Lego to be more affordable for more people, but I wasn't too, you know, stunned by the price, or I didn't avoid this set based on the price. And there's other $30 Lego Creator 3-in-1 sets that also carry that price and maybe similar piece counts. I think the roller skate might have a lower piece count than this one or the ukulele, but I'm not positive, and that's potentially because the roller skate wheels are like a new color for rubber and some other stuff there that Lego maybe hadn't produced before, which I am really excited about, and I will look at in the future. But for this set, this feels pretty good, and I'm not too concerned about the value at all, so I'm pretty pleased with this. And yeah, this one might be my favorite one out of all the models, so that's always good. It's always nice to be surprised about the experience of working through all the official Lego designed models in a given set. So this was really, really cool to me, and I very much enjoyed my experience looking at all 3 of these models in this set, so that's really great. I think I'll do maybe one more video with these pieces, with this set, looking at a community built, kind of community designed thing, a mock, but not mine, someone else's creation, and I'll get that from Rebrickable, and if I get the A-OK from the designer and stuff, then I will probably do that in the near future, because there's at least one for this set that I'm very, very interested in that I'll probably build either way, whether I can make a video about it or not. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date to all my Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more Lego Creator 3-in-1s, maybe another video with the pieces in this set, and then tons of other Lego sets from all different themes, all different shape, size, price point, piece count, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, potentially by the time this comes out. We will have hit that milestone, which I'm going to do something special, kind of a giveaway to give back to people who are subscribed, because it means a lot to me. So thank you very much. And then if you wanted to support this channel by giving me money, that's very much appreciated, and there are options for that. You can do that through YouTube with membership, supers, and thanks, and I have the Patreon. It's linked in the video description, linked on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. Those are the avenues for people to give money that supports the videos I do here, would ease up of some of the financial pressure of buying all these sets, but it also would give me more time to work on my editing of the videos, better video equipment, better audio equipment, and also, you know, more sets of all different kinds. It's not needed, it's not necessary for anybody to do that. It is greatly appreciated, and it does help. It'll all go back into the channel, so maybe consider checking those things out if you are able and willing. And thank you very much, and with all that said, until next time, thanks, bye.